The vice presidential candidates square off if their one and only debate. And this is most likely the final debate of the presidential election season, as no more are scheduled. The candidates took a deep dive into the issues that matter most to voters, and that includes immigration.
Now, the Trump campaign has repeatedly mentioned Aurora, but Senator JD Vance did not bring it up tonight. The two contestants did talk about differences on the issues.
Before we talk about deportations, we have to stop the bleeding. We have a historic immigration crisis because Kamala Harris started and said that she wanted to undo all of Donald Trump's border policies. 94 executive orders suspending deportations, decriminalizing illegal aliens, massively increasing the asylum fraud that exists in our system. That has opened the floodgates.
1,500 new border agents, detection for drugs, DOJ money to speed up the adjudications on this, just what America wants. But as soon as I was getting ready to pass and actually tackle this, Donald Trump said no, told them to vote against it because it gives him a campaign issue.
All right, your political reporter Shaun Boyd joins us in here tonight. Shaun, the candidates certainly covered a lot of ground tonight.
Yeah, immigration just one of the subjects. The debate comes as several crises are unfolding, from Iran's attack on Israel to Hurricane Helene's devastation here in the U.S. Unlike the presidential debate last month, this one was far more cordial, with both candidates saving their sharpest attacks for those at the top of the ticket.
Those of you out there listening tonight, you're hearing a lot of stuff back and forth, and it's good. It's healthy.
Healthy debate, something largely missing from politics today, but the matchup between Tim Walz and JD Vance largely civil, with the candidates complimenting each other while in the same breath hammering each other's running mates.
I think you want to solve this problem, but I don't think that Kamala Harris does.
I believe Senator Vance wants to solve this, but by standing with Donald Trump and not working together to find a solution, it becomes a talking point.
The debate included many substantive policy discussions.
When Donald Trump was in office, it was Donald Trump who we had a coalition of nations that had boxed Iran's nuclear program in, the inability to advance it. Donald Trump pulled that program and put nothing else in its place. So Iran is closer to a nuclear weapon than they were before because of Donald Trump's fickle leadership.
Iran is as close to a nuclear weapon today as they have ever been. And Governor Walz, you blame Donald Trump. Who has been the vice president for the last 3.5 years? And the answer is your running mate, not mine. Donald Trump consistently made the world more secure.
From foreign policy to climate policy.
What the president has said is that if the Democrats, in particular Kamala Harris and her leadership, if they really believe that climate change is serious, what they would be doing is more manufacturing and more energy production in the United States of America, and that's not what they're doing. So clearly Kamala Harris herself doesn't believe her own rhetoric on this. If she did, she would actually agree with Donald Trump's energy policies.
The solution for us is to continue to move forward, that climate change is real. Reducing our impact is absolutely critical, but this is not a false choice. You can do that at the same time you're creating the jobs that we're seeing all across the country.
The candidates also debated economic policy.
There's 3 million new houses proposed under this plan with down payment assistance on the front end to get you in a house. A house is much more than just an asset to be traded somewhere. It's foundational to where you're at. And then making sure that the things you buy every day, whether they be prescription drugs or other things, that there's fairness in that.
If Kamala Harris has such great plans for how to address middle-class problems, then she ought to do them now. Not when asking for a promotion, but in the job the American people gave her 3.5 years ago. And the fact that she isn't tells you a lot about how much you can trust her actual plans.
Vance admits he and Trump need to win back women's trust on abortion.
And that's why Donald Trump and I are committed to pursuing pro-family policies, making childcare more accessible, making fertility treatments more accessible, because we've got to do a better job at that. And that's what real leadership is.
He insists Trump has also led on health care. Walz disagrees.
He ran on the first thing he was going to do on day one was to repeal Obamacare.
They also insisted their running mates would do better on affordable housing and childcare. Both support expanded tax credits, but weren't clear on how they'd pay for them.
We're going to be taking in a lot of money by penalizing companies for shipping jobs overseas and penalizing countries who employ slave laborers and then ship their products back into our country and undercut the wages of American workers.
You're not going to pay for it with these tariffs. That's just adding another $4,000 on the family and taking less. So not only do they not get the money to pay for that, they're $4,000 in the hole. That's Wharton School. That's his alma mater.
Arguably, the vice presidential candidates came across as more presidential than their running mates last month. While it may not change most voters' minds, this debate, in a race this close, you only need to move the needle a little to make a big difference. And we shall see if that happens in the coming days.
Yeah, 5 weeks from tonight, we'll find out for sure.
Thank
Shaun,
goodness.
thank you.